a spirit realm and also other realities through that gate. And he talks about that gate being guarded by a shadow figure. So, I thought that could be one way of looking at it or perceiving the experience as being real, seeing as it's happening, other places. But anyway, just me trying to find a way to back up my experience because I feel it was real regardless. It can be explained away in many different ways, but, my attempt. Let's see, the next one, I heard Jim Sparks speaking on the radio station, Coast to Coast AM. He also has a book, The Keepers, in which he recounts experiences he had. And one of the things that intrigued me about his experience was the aliens that abducted him or what have you. Were teaching him to get a lot of information out of, single symbols. Like, he was taught how to read an entire story from one symbol. And he said it was gradual. It took a while to teach him, to get him to learn it, but he eventually learned it. And if you go to his website, www.jim-sparks.com, that's www.jim-sparks.com. You will see some of the symbols that he, uploaded onto his website. And I have to tell you, some of these symbols are similar to what I saw on those walls downloading. And what's funny also is that a few years after this happening, when I was around 15 or 16, that I started keeping my journal more up to date. There was a few poems and a few journal entries where I claimed to know it all, but not in that, immature teenage, oh, I know everything, you can't tell me what to do. It was more of like I could look at certain things or see certain situations and understand them beyond, what would be normal for a person at my age or level of understanding or whatever, at least, the way society dictates. And, even now I still have that where I can look at something and just know. I may not be able to explain it verbally, but I can know it. Anyway, it was just a few things to, look at, and that intrigued me. So, until next.
Continuing the vein of ghost stories, after the little girl, I just want to say I have the most terrifying, scary as crap night terrors. First, oh my god, I don't know how I sleep. I honestly have no idea how I freaking sleep. And if anybody doesn't know, a night terror is pretty much a really, really bad nightmare. Where you're paralyzed, you can't move. And I don't mean in the dream, I mean in real life. It's like whatever's happening to you in the dream is what's happening to you in real life. It's like a mix, kind of. Like you're asleep, but you're not at the same time. Oh, Jesus. They're so scary. Mine are paralyzed, completely unable to move anything on the bed. And your eyes are open. You can see, you can hear everything around you. If my brother were to walk in while I was having a night terror and tell me something, anything, I would remember it the next day because I'm awake, but I'm not awake. I'm awake, but I'm stuck in my own head. And the scariest crap comes. I'm laying there, and there is this thing, and it's in there a lot. And it comes out of the shadows, and it's just this big blob, and it's got this disgusting face, and these horrible teeth, and these huge eyes, and it just looks at me. It doesn't move, it just looks at me. It stands right above my bed, towers over me, and just stares down at me while I sleep. It's it's so scary, and I can't do anything but look at it. It could, stab me in the face, and I wouldn't be able to move. It scares the crap out of me. Then, the freaking ventriloquist doll sit to the edge of my bed, and it'll make stupid noises. You know how they clack together when they move? It'll make those noises, and then its head will creak, and it will turn, and it will look at me too. And most of the time, it's just things looking at me. Sometimes they'll actually do stuff. And, like, if they punch me in the stomach, when I wake up, my stomach hurts. And if they slap me in the face, if I wake up, the entire side of my face will be sore. And I don't know what they are, but they are terrifying. I hate them. Whenever I have them, I try so hard to wake myself up. And when I dream, I can... Sorry. When I dream, I don't have a problem. Because whenever I dream, I have complete control over everything in my dreams. I consciously know that I'm dreaming in my dreams. So I can be like, oh, this is a dream. Cool. Well, I will just freaking do this then. Or switch to this view. It's like a video game. It's awesome. I love dreaming. But, night terrors, not so much. They scare me a lot.
Okay, I'm about to read to you some experiences only in text form, so I'll just be reading them, so it's going to get a lot less entertaining for those of you watching the video, but I will say this is the most important part of the video, and for the next hour and a half or so, I'm just going to be reading experiences of people that have stopped or have begun to stop these experiences of sleep paralysis. Now, I got these from a site called Alien Abduction Crisis Centers of America, which was started by people counseling people with alien abduction experiences. But what you'll find, and what they have found, is that in most cases they're talking about sleep paralysis. And the interesting thing is that you stop both of those types of things the same way. I could go into detail about why there is actually a difference there, and there's some very interesting details that only can really be understood by really listening to different experiences and really listening to them. And just like we were listening in the first part to all the details that people were bringing out, you get to start to paint a common picture of the general things that would happen, and I think it's very, very important. Also realize that most places on the internet will tell you that you cannot stop sleep paralysis. You have to get used to it. They give you different tricks, but nobody's ever talking about stopping them. In the same way with alien abductions. I found these experiences about a year and a half ago when I was prepping for an interview that I did with this guy, and his name is Joe Jordan, who is one of the guys that run this site, aaccoa.org. And I was so surprised at the common thread that people were struggling with and dealing with. And I've been telling people for a long time that they need to read through these experiences and connect them to the things that are happening with sleep paralysis, because they're one and the same and stop the same way. And as you listen to these experiences, know that they are very different. A lot of these people are having very different things happen in their life and are coming to different conclusions depending on where they are and everything. But if one of the experiences doesn't sound like it fits you, just keep listening, because they're so varied. But I will tell you that there is a common theme here that as you listen, you'll start to develop in the same way as you heard the other ones. So please just pay attention. This is really, really an important part, and it will be empowering. And the answer to ending all this is here. So just listen. It began 5 years ago with strange things happening in my house. I had presently been involved with tarot on a high level, and always could predict events for people. I look back in sadness. Anyway, the point is, I didn't believe in anything, really. Flashlights would fall off the table, my dog would growl at nothing. I had bad dreams, things were scary. Then one night, it all came down on me. I awoke, quote-unquote, in bed without being able to move at all, not even an eyebrow. Something was in my room with me. It disguised itself to my sleepy mind, I still don't know how I could see it without my eyes open, as a little girl. I was so scared because I was paralyzed, but when I realized the little girl was in my room, I relaxed for some reason. Then it began to come toward me, which made me a little nervous. At the very last moment, I heard the faintest plead in my mind, "It just wants you to think it's a little girl." And right then the thing jumped at my chest, but not before I screamed in my mind, "Jesus help me, God help me."